Kent got the better of Gloucestershire on a shortened opening day of the LV County Championship match in Bristol, with Matt Coles and Darren Stevens sharing 6 of the 10 wickets to fall. Morning rain prevented a start until 2 o'clock, and after Geraint Jones had lost the toss against the county he played for 13 seasons, he would have been fairly pleased to see Chris Dent and Gareth Roderick, promoted to opener in the absence of Will Tavares, who was taken ill just before the start, see out a tricky opening 15 overs, although the new ball perhaps didn't do as much as Sam Northeast would have hoped for after he called correctly. Callum Haggett got the breakthrough, Dent squared up and edging to Coles to go for 11 to end an opening stand of 36. Tavares' sickness meant that Ian Cobain was called back from a second team game at Bishop Stortford. He's been skippering the T20 side and soon fitted in well here in what was his first championship appearance of the summer. He helped carry the score to 61, which is when Roderick on 28 had a nibble at a moving ball from Stevens to offer Sam Billings a simple catch behind the stumps. The match was on an even keel in the 32 overs we had before tea. Peter Handscomb joining Cobain, the Australian coming into this match in some good form, with a couple of 50s in his last 3 games. He was to make it 3 in 4 after the interval, which arrived with the home team on 87 for 2. Kent soon started to take control on the restart once Cobain, who'd made 24, was bowled by Coles, who struck again in his next over to take a return catch offered by Hamish Marshall, who hadn't got off the mark. Jones would have been so keen to impress against his former teammates, but having got to 13, he was bowled by Haggett to leave with his new side on 129 for 5. Gloucestershire came into this game on the back of 2 very impressive victories on the road against Essex and Lancashire, but back at home they were struggling. They were indebted to Handscomb, whose 50 arrived courtesy of his 7th 4, a fortuitous one. The 24-year-old Victorian had needed 85 balls for his latest half-century, one which in the end was rather crucial to his team. With him still there and going well, Gloucestershire would have been hopeful of posting a competitive first innings total, but they lost their last 5 wickets for 29 runs instead. Stevens got the ball rolling for his team by trapping Kieran Nima Barnett in front for 8. And 4 balls later, Handscomb's innings was ended on 69 as he glanced a ball from Coles into the gloves of Billings. David Payne tried to get some runs with the tail, but it didn't last. On 4, Craig Miles got a thick edge off Stevens to offer Joe Denley a catch in the gully. Liam Norwell nicked off to Ivan Thomas, and the innings was over at the close as Thomas also removed Matt Taylor for a duck. So Gloucestershire were all out for 193, Coles taking 3 for 49 and Stevens 3 for 50. Kent will begin their reply on the second morning.